I need you to hold my phone and squeeze that. We're live on Facebook right now.
Hey guys.
Alright, good. Alrighty, awesome. What's up, you shit bitches? You yellow bell whiteys. You fucking crackers. Alright guys, hi, I'm Not So Black Josh.
Not So Black Steve.
Here we are for episode 7 of the Not So Black podcast. We are live, we both have Yoo-Hoo and vapes, so you know we are ready to fucking go. And what a week it was.
It was. Yes, it was.
I found out we have 2 chimneys in our house, and one of them is fucking leaking. So we had a water leak today, that was fun.
The tree broke down.
So, what's going to happen now, now that we're live, I'm going to go to our fucking, I guess I'm just going to go to my page, look up the live video so I can see cunts in your fucking comments and all your bullshit. Episode 7, we already have a fucking viewer. Who's watching it? Matt Croyle, what's up, buddy? What's up, Matty? Matt.
I should probably apologize for being so high last week.
Yeah, last week Steve was very, very high. I'm sure some of you guys probably noticed that. Steve was very fucking high. He ate a cookie and smoked weed, unbeknownst to me. Yo, Ziggy, what's up, dude? We're live on Facebook and Twitter right now, guys. Real quick, we are going to run through the intro again, because for our audio listeners, I forgot to hit record. So we're going to hit record, we're going to redo the intro in 5, 4... And there it is, guys. Welcome to the Not So Black podcast. Again, my name is Not So Black Josh.
I'm Not So Black Steve.
And there's our intro recorded for our audio listeners. We apologize for everybody watching live. We had to do it again. So audio listeners, if you're listening, we actually just did, that's the second time we did the intro. So sorry, everybody. You had to experience that, but too bad. So sad. Here we go.
So nice they had to do it twice.
Yeah, so nice. We had to do it twice. I don't know if you guys are following us on Twitter, but if you're not, make sure you go to the Not So Black podcast Twitter page. And, nice. Hi, Dad. Thank you for joining. Go to our Twitter page. I posted a video. I don't know if you guys saw Steve doing his bow. He bows to me now because I'm the massa.
Superiority. I do it to all white people.
Yeah. Strength in numbers, people. Strength in numbers. Alrighty, cool. We are live on Twitter and Facebook now, guys. Let's just get right into it. It's been a big week, and I'm sure as everybody is aware, the big story this week in the comedy world, we always start off the podcast with some comedy news from Interrobang, and the big story is the Roseanne thing. So, let me see if I can pull up the article because it was fucking crazy. Roseanne Barr, which, like, it sucks for her cast and crew, like, not so much for her, but it definitely sucks for her
cast.
Yeah, it sucks for the cast and crew. It's just really shitty. It's not fun for them because there's like hundreds of people that lost their jobs, that didn't need to lose their jobs because she's an idiot. So hopefully they do a spin-off with Dan and they kill off Roseanne or some shit.
Yeah.
I can't really...
He just wakes up for a dream and she's dead.
Yeah, there was a couple things on... Yeah, there was a couple things on Facebook and Twitter and a couple different sites were picking up that they could pick up the show and just do Dan. He wakes up out of a coma and he imagines the whole thing, or Roseanne dies. I just hope that the cast and crew find work and that they're good. We would hate to see them, You never know. So, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm having a lot of fun with this MIDI controller that I bought. It's probably one of the coolest things I ever got in my life. I'll bring it up for the camera for you guys. But yeah, this is my MIDI controller. It's an Arturia Minilab MK2. It's got 8 drum pads and another preset for 8 more. So it's got 16 pads, 16 knobs for each pad. I can set them up. I got Fruity Loops Producer Edition, and I have Ableton Live 9. So I'm able to produce and make really good music and sound effects and just record cool stuff. So I created that intro in 15 minutes. I just kind of threw some sounds together and wanted to do a cool breakbeat intro. But let's get into the news. So the source right now is CNN Media. We are looking at... We're just going to pull some... Everybody knows about it. We're going to pull some information from here. ABC canceled its hit sitcom Roseanne on Tuesday after the show's biggest star, Roseanne Barr, went on a racist Twitter rant. Now, for those of you who don't know, she was commenting about Valerie Jarrett, who was an aide during the Obama years. She was an aide to Obama, to President Obama, and she, Roseanne Barr tweeted, Muslim Brotherhood plus Planet of the Apes equals VJ. Pretty much referring to Valerie Jarrett. I think that was the exact tweet. Let's see here. She wrote, but ICM, her agency, the people who represent her, they said Tuesday, what she wrote is antithetical to our core values, both as individuals and as an agency. Consequently, we have notified her that we will not represent her, so she lost her representation. She lost her show, and she's pretty much blacklisted now, and which is crazy because she posted a picture. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was her dressed up as Hitler baking cookies. And I saw it when I watched The Green Room, which is a show I watch on YouTube. The Green Room is comedians get together and they just kind of talk and discuss things. But they pulled up that picture and I saw it like, what the fuck? She was baking little Jew cookies, and she said it was a joke and she was just poking fun, but it was really ridiculous. I mean, what do you think about just the monkey thing gets me? It's
it's just, I don't know, it is off-putting, I guess. I mean, racism it can be funny, but I don't know.
It's hard to say racism can be funny because stereotypes can be funny.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Racism, outright racism isn't funny, but stereotypes can be hilarious,
right.
Especially if you're using them to show certain people's ridiculous bias,
right.
Or their filters that they see the world in. Some people just have filters that they see the world through that are completely wrong, and they believe all these stereotypes. So that's one of the reasons we love doing this show so much, is because we can pretty much make fun of some stereotypes, bring light to racist assholes all over the world, and also just have some fun with it. We like to do, I don't know, that's why we like to do this. We are working on more sketch-oriented clips for you guys and some audio stuff. And I want to make fun of racism, and I want to make fun of stereotypes and racist people. That's my goal, is to show how... sorry guys, let me just turn that off real quick. Sorry for the audio listeners and anybody who heard that. But yeah, so we want to throw stereotypes in the face of people who believe them. That's the goal with some of the comedy we're working on. That's the goal with this podcast. It's pretty fun. I've definitely enjoyed it. Thank you to all our supporters out there, people who have enjoyed watching us and just watching us grow. Like, we're only on episode 7. Hey, Twitter viewers, thank you for stopping by. Hello, Facebook viewers. Hello, Blaze, Kelly Thoreau, and Matthew Croyle. We had Kyle Donahue on for a second. So thanks, everybody. Welcome. Please come in. So after the Roseanne thing, that's pretty much all I really wanted to talk about as far as it comes to Roseanne. I'm just going to go right into Interrobang and see what they have. As far as comedy news on Interrobang, I always like to check what they have. Oh, so the other big story was Samantha Bee. So her show, Full Frontal with Samantha Bee, she called Ivanka Trump a cunt. Okay, so sorry for any ladies listening, I'm sorry for using the word, but she called Samantha Bee a cunt, and it was fucking hilarious. I mean, it really, really was. It was just fucking hilarious. I really couldn't, I can't say anything other than that. It was fucking hilarious, it was funny. It wasn't in good taste, sure, but she shouldn't, lose her job or anything because of it. She apologized for it, and it's a free speech thing, right? Because it does come down to the company that she works for can say, we don't represent your values, we think we should move on. Right. That's the Roseanne thing. Roseanne said something on Twitter, and the company and the people that she works for were like, listen, we don't want that part of our company, so you're gone. Now, as far as free speech, she's allowed to say it. She can say whatever she wants. But the reason, but if you can say whatever you want, then people are allowed to judge you. That's just how it goes. If you want to say, that's why I don't believe in censorship at all. Like, I think people who have horrible racist thoughts should speak as loud as they want.
Right.
Because then they're exposed.
Exactly.
If you allow people to spew their hatred, they'll be exposed because there's more of us on the right side of it.
Right.
It's not like, all of a sudden this person's going to start speaking hate and then everybody's going to join it.
Like if we censor them, then
that's
stop.
People are missing the good side of this Trump thing.
Yeah.
Because this Trump thing shows that there are so many people who have the wrong point of view. Now, not all Trump supporters are racist, of course. I don't even think the majority of them are. I really don't. I don't think the majority of them are. I don't think a lot of them are. I think there's probably a good number of white supremacists, but it just shows that there's feelings in this country that need to be addressed. And it pushed a lot of people who were afraid because they viewed Trump as this like bigoted person. Right. They were afraid before, but now they're out in the open and they're being exposed. So we know who these people are. There's 13 white nationalists and white supremacists actually running for office in the United States.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like, openly running for offices and Senate seats, and it's nuts. Who would have thought in today's world that we would be seeing like Nazis running for office in the open? And that's what's so crazy about it. I would have never thought I would have seen that in my lifetime. But it happens, People feel emboldened because they view things wrong. And that said, being mean and being racist are two different things. That's like such a true statement. Being mean and being racist are two different things. Also, being racist and being, how can I say it? I guess, I don't want to say funny, but it is kind of funny because comedians often come under fire for the things that they say, and people forget these are jokes. They're meant to make you think and to make you laugh at things that are dark. Comedians find laughter in dark things.
That's why I love it.
So, I don't know if you guys saw the Twitter campaign, Everyday Racism, but that was a big part. That was a big thing this past week. And there was a lot of really good stories on there. I saved a few, I believe. Yeah, I retweeted a few of these videos and things that I saw. There was, like the woman who tweeted that Starbucks arrest, the 2 black guys arrested in Starbucks, like she's been going through some stuff because she's the one who retweeted it. But there's a woman in Philly, and she gets told all the time to go back to her country. And she was born in America.
Yeah, that's such a weird thing.
She wears a hijab thing, just a headscarf, like her face isn't covered. She just wears a headscarf, and she gets told to go back to her own country. But she was born in America. She was born in North Philly. You know what I mean?
Shows you the ignorance. Like, they don't even realize.
They don't even think.
Like, yeah.
I don't even think they care. But also, if you go to our Twitter, there's a picture of me and then the Earth. And then if you look above the Earth, the point to which I've had it up to is right here. So I've had it up to here. I just want to let you guys know on the scale. We're going to let you guys know every week how far I've had it up to. And so far, like I said, I've had it up to here. It could go up to here any moment.
I've dealt with this all week. I get text messages telling me to check the attic.
I tell Steve all the time, like, hey, did I leave that in the attic? He's like, what? And I'm like, that thing that I had up here. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, no, I've had it up to here. Is it still there? So, yeah. Hey, Walt. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Linda.
That's cool. Michael Knopf. What's up, buddy? I haven't seen you or talked to you in a while. That's Michael Knopf is a buddy of mine from Leechburg, PA. And you know what's crazy? So is Zach Torello was on here for a second. These are kids I went to fucking Boy Scouts with. I was in Cub Scouts with Mike Knopf.
Nice.
So I don't know if he's still on here, but if he is, that's crazy. He's a big dude, big hair. Last time I saw him was at a Teal college party when I went to see your brother. I went to a party at Teal, and Mike Knopf was going to Teal at the time, so I got to see him. Yo, what's up, Walt? So I also wanted to talk about this kind of goes back to the Roseanne thing. If you guys remember, Bill Maher did a thing where he challenged Trump during the whole birtherism thing when Trump was calling for Obama's birth certificate, which was ridiculous. It was stupid. The guy's, I mean, he might be brilliant at marketing himself and all that, but he's an idiot when it comes to saying stupid shit. So Bill Maher put up a picture of Trump and an orangutan and said, give me your birth certificate and prove this isn't you. Or this isn't your dad. That your dad isn't an orangutan.
Right.
So that's like, it's really similar. I guess they're doing the dumpster at the hotel across the street. You can hear them banging. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's fucking loud as shit. I guess it is 11:15 at night. And then the Obama and Barack and Michelle Obama pictures. You know, people would post pictures all the time of Michelle Obama and a gorilla and Barack Obama and a monkey. They would do that all the time.
Right.
And like comedians did it. There was just people that did that, and it was wrong and kind of racist. It's super racist. So it's just weird how like the level of outrage has consistently gone up.
Yeah.
You know, like people are getting more and more sick of it or more outraged, and they're just finally lashing out at anything. Even if it's not serious. Like the Roseanne thing's serious because that's like just an out front messed up thing to say, and then she comes out with I was on Ambien. She said she was on Ambien, that's why she was racist. Like she was mentally ill, she went to a psychiatric ward, and she was on Ambien. Like she had all this stuff that she said. It was a lot. But yeah, what's up, Ken? What's up, Steve? What's up, Walt? Yeah, we are chilling. We are chilling here in the Not So Black podcast studio. We are slowly working on getting this thing together. We want to have better backdrops. I got this awesome starry sky backdrop. I hope you guys like it. We got music. You better ask somebody. Other than that, I really don't have anything more to say about the Roseanne issue other than there's always going to be jokes like this.
Hey, Camille.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always going to be issues like this. There's always going to be jokes like that. There's always going to be weird, there's always going to be racist comedians and people.
Yeah. People just need to try to not be so offended. I even try to work on it myself. Especially the older I get, the less offended I get by it.
If you're going to be offended, channel it into something proper.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't just get outraged. Do something about it. Spread information and knowledge. Like, let people know, like, hey, this isn't okay.
Right.
Don't just fucking fly off the hinges and try to cost 100 and something people their job. You know, that's the only thing that sucks about the Roseanne thing, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. I feel bad for the rest of the cast and the rest of the crew. That's all I feel bad for, because those people didn't deserve to lose their jobs. Other than that, the Samantha Beach thing is stupid. She shouldn't be under any heat at all. She called Ivanka Trump a cunt, so Ivanka cunt. This is the Not So Black podcast. I called Ivanka Trump a cunt. She is a cunt. She's a cunt. I don't know her, but I'll just go ahead and I'll just call her a cunt for no reason at all, just because I can, because I have the First Amendment protects my freedom of speech, and I can come on Facebook and say whatever the fuck I want. We had some other stuff. So Steven did something a long time ago that he brought to my attention. Before we actually, you know what? I'm going to hit pause real quick because I want to make sure there isn't any important news that I'm skipping. Let's see. Jim Carrey slams SNL. Comedian, actor, and political artist Jim Carrey has been using his creative talents to satirize political figures in a series of paintings. Jim Carrey's paintings. If you guys don't get a chance, check out his paintings. They're amazing. He slams the NFL in some of his new paintings. Comedians in Cars lawsuit against Jerry Seinfeld ramps up a notch. So Christian Charles took his lawsuit against Jerry Seinfeld to the next level. That's funny. I don't know if you guys have watched that on Netflix, but Comedians in Cars, it's like they go get coffee. It's comedians in cars getting coffee, right? And they just drive in like whatever nice car Jerry Seinfeld has or rents. And apparently somebody is suing him, which is a little much, I think. But, Christian Charles took his lawsuit against Jerry Seinfeld to the next level. He amended the complaint he filed in February and has retained Sirius counsel, Philly-based Dwayne Morris, to represent him. You stole my show claim is one of the most common in the entertainment business, and most of the time nothing comes of it, largely because the evidence usually consists of allegations and there was a conversation held where a similar idea was discussed. But the complaint against Jerry Seinfeld has a lot more teeth. Oh wow, Charles has legit credits, a history of working with Seinfeld, and seemingly some documentation to back up his claim that Comedians in Cars with Coffee was his idea and was unlawfully appropriated.
Jeez, Jerry.
That's kind of crazy, because he says he created, proposed, and directed the Seinfeld Center 2002 documentary Comedian, and developed, co-wrote, and directed those American Express ads that featured Seinfeld. Outside of working with him, he says he won a list of industry awards and directed over a dozen Super Bowl commercials. So, I mean, he has credits, you know, he's done a lot of stuff. So for a guy like that to just say, you know, you stole my show, he obviously, he doesn't need the credits. So there's probably some fucking teeth to that. That's crazy. I hadn't heard that much about this. I just saw something about it, I think a couple days, last time I checked the website. It was a while ago, but that's nuts. Jerry Seinfeld getting sued. What an idiot. Jerry Seinfeld's always been kind of pretentious, but I do like him. I mean, he's a comedian, he's a legend, he knows his shit. He doesn't rape people like Bill Cosby. This is true, he doesn't rape, not even a little bit. He doesn't even have a little bit of rape, you know what I mean? Yoo-hoo break. So this Not So Black podcast is brought to you by Yoo-Hoo and True Merchant Co. and the Savage Shark t-shirt. Also, the Be Unique True Merchant Co. hat. These are all my designs. If you guys would like to purchase any of them, please contact me. Okay, so on to, I guess, I don't even know what it would be under, dude. What is your SoundCloud?
Oh, no, jeez. I'm pretty sure if we just...
Cheese or Cheese's Skystar or something? I'm not typing in the title of that song.
I will type it in if it's just...
Alright, so everybody, Steve's half black, and he is about to say the N-word because he did something freaking ridiculous. Steve wrote a song for me, about me, and what was the title of the song, Steve?
Josh Whitty is a nigger muffin.
Steve wrote a song called Josh Whitty is an N-word muffin. And this, how long ago was this? Like 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Yep. Sure
I was
did.
drunk, if that's any consolation.
And it came from a place of love, at least, because it was funny. Right? I'm pretty sure you were just being funny.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
You got a good one? Yeah.
There's a couple Josh Whittys on here for some reason. So Stephen Bouse 1, that's Stephen's, he has a song called I'm Stupid, I Need a Record Deal, Let's Go. He has another one that says, I'm stupid, seriously though, I deserve a record deal. He has another one that says, I'm stupid, let go. Then he has two called Josh Whitty. So the first thing you ever put on SoundCloud was called Josh Whitty.
Yes.
And he wrote a song called Josh Whitty is an N-word muffin. Let's listen.
Josh Whitty, you're a nigger muffin, spin chucker, mean cricket. I'm racist and I love it. I'm half black, you know it.
Really?
Nigger muffin, spin chucker, mean cricket. Nigger muffin, they don't do nothing but sell crack and beat women.
You guys hear this shit? He's calling me a spear chucker, an N-word muffin. Yeah. I am so sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm letting this play through.
Don't.
And muffin spear chucking moon. Really? Alright guys, that was Stephen Bouse with Josh Whitty. No. Okay, that's no more too. Never again.
That was a mistake.
Wow.
Yeah,
That is ridiculous. So just to prove to you guys how horrible Steven is for making that hilarious song, I had this beat, okay? And this is what I did with it. Yeah, Steve was like, oh yeah, let me just go ahead and write this horribly racist song about my best friend.
It's my first.
You're like, I'm half black and you know it. I'm racist and I love it. Like, what?
That's how I freestyle.
Oh man. I don't remember what our other SoundCloud is. I think it's GT, GDST, Get Down Step Town or something. I think it's Get Down Step Town. No, it's not. What's the name of that song? I think it's, I'm pretty sure that's it. Dude, that was a little bit too much, by the way. That was fucking
I
ridiculous.
specifically remember that day. That was a fun day for me.
I bet it was. I don't know what you were doing.
It was
But it was definitely hilarious.
And showed me some cool
I did. And as soon as I find it, I'm going to show you what I did with that beat. Because for some reason you were just like, oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a super racist song about my best friend. I get that beat and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something awesome with it. But I can't find our, I can't find our SoundCloud. I don't even remember what it would be.
I thought that's what it was.
Get Down Step Town, right? Yeah, no, I don't remember. I remember some of the names of the songs. So let's see if we can find any of them. Because I don't know what our SoundCloud would be. Alright, let's just search people. And we're going to search Joshua David Whitty. See if anything comes up at all. And it doesn't. Okay. So, what's that one? Sand, like shooting stars, or Man, that sucks. All right, guys, we are having some technical difficulties real quick because I can't figure out where this song is supposed to be on SoundCloud. I do not remember where it is at all. I don't know what just happened there, but oh, nothing. Never mind. We're good. Yeah, I have no idea what my SoundCloud is. I thought it was GDST, Get Down Step Down. There it is. Nope, that's not it either. Jeez. God, there was some songs on that SoundCloud too, and now I just have no idea what it's under. Because it would have been. Along with, yeah, Get Down, Step Down. There they are. It is Get Down, Step Down, but I guess it's because there's capital letters in there. So, all right, now you guys can see what I did with the beat that I sent to Steve, however long ago this was. Yeah, so Steve wrote a super racist song, and I write this.
It's for everybody I love. I haven't done this in a while, so.
It's for everybody I love. Steve's like, it's better. Your version is not better. It's horrible. It's actually pretty
When
good.
I was struggling, no love and nothing coming to me. Had no thought of you running away. Taking my hand and tearing me open. Love was a stranger to me, and the dark was my friend. I never wanted to make a scene, keeping my distance from you.
I think everybody left because that song was super racist. I'm not gonna lie, that was ridiculous. But yeah, so now you guys heard two versions, right? You heard what Steve did with the same beat and app, and you heard what I did with the beat, and then sent it to Steve, and that's when I sent that song right there, when I sent that to Steve, that's what he sent back to me. Like I said, no, it was pretty good. That was hilarious, dude. Thank you, Steve, for allowing us to share that because it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, if I'm not here next week, you know why.
Why? Because Twitter and Facebook
Probably
police?
murdered.
You're not going to be murdered, dude. That was a hilarious song. Yes, it was super racist and inappropriate, but it was worth it. And it was like fucking years ago, dude. It was like 6 years ago.
It was, well, yeah, I guess it was only 4 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was definitely funny. I think it was worth
Just
it.
be offended, please.
Yeah, be offended. If you have any hate mail, please give it to us. We would like to see it. Hey, Steve, you check the Twitter feed up there, make sure it's good. We're just going to do a quick reset with you guys, make sure we are still on track and doing good. Everybody on Facebook. What happened?
Twitter's on, right? Yeah.
Twitter's off?
No.
No, it's down? Alright, if you need my help, if you want to grab it and go ahead and take Twitter down, we'll just leave Facebook up. So, you gotta grab both phones. There you go. And I'll take yours. Alrighty, so goodbye, Twitter. So our Twitter broadcast is over. How's the Facebook live stream doing? Good to go? And the corner, like the edge of this is lined up to the edge of the screen. Cool, perfect. Just like it was, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Alrighty guys, what else did we have to cover? So after that super racist song from Steve, there's really nothing else I I want to talk about other than how racist. Like what? How long? That was like what, 4 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, 4 years ago.
Okay, so if that was 4 years ago, and you said you had just gotten out of jail,
Yeah, prison.
and you were just in a mood to write me a super racist song, you didn't just get out, because I know you were out for a minute before that happened.
it was probably like a year after. I remember I was still in that.
How long ago was it? About 4 years ago.
Yeah, that's where we were, dude. You were in that house.
Yeah.
All right, well that makes sense. That's still crazy.
It was definitely sweet.
So, I guess besides that stuff, I had some other stuff to talk about. There was a story that I wanted to tell you guys about. What was it, dude? Now I forget. I had it written down here, but after I wrote down Trump monkey and Obama monkey, because those are my notes. Like I keep notes, so I remember what to talk about. And I remember I talked about those pictures that I saw that were pretty ridiculous. I mean, I looked it up, right? So I looked up how many people were like comparing political figures and celebrities to monkeys, and it's appalling.
Yeah, that's
No, yeah. There's people doing that, but Louis C.K. masturbates in front of a fruit chicks and he loses his career. I think he's gonna come back. I'm actually a huge Louis C.K. fan, and like I feel bad. Like Sarah Silverman did that speech. She talked to say, "Can you love somebody who did something bad?" I say, yeah. You can still love them and just hope that they can heal and become better. But it was pretty intense because these women were saying he would just whip his dick out and masturbate in front of them.
yeah.
Some of them would just laugh. Others were offended, obviously. And he hasn't said anything since. He hasn't been public. So, like, I think he's going to come back in, like, a year and do, like, a comedy special and just murder it.
He's definitely been.
'Cause he's
told
gonna make
by
fun of
lawyers to
himself.
just stop.
He's a self-deprecating comedian. He's going to make fun of himself. He's going to be like, well, I guess masturbation finally won.
Yeah.
Masturbation finally won. I used to beat it all the time.
Stupid.
You know, I used to beat it all the time, and now masturbation finally won. I lost to masturbation. I can no longer beat it. Some jokes in there? There's jokes there. There's jokes for Louis C.K. If he ever comes back from this masturbation thing, he can beat this. Yes,
He
dude.
uses those jokes.
They're so Those are some good jokes. You can use those. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about some jokes that I'm working on. I want to think about how I can come up with better material that has to do with community and just like dealing with people, like human interactions, right? Like if I lived in a high-rise building in New York, and like you're close to other buildings in New York, if I lived there, I would look at my neighbor's window all the time. Like I would leave my window, and then I would pretend like I'm gonna jump all the time.
Until they just moved.
Like I'd get their attention, and then once I got their attention, I would like create a bond, right? We'd be window friends, and then once I got their attention and their friendship, I would pretend like I was gonna jump all the time, right? Or I would like hang weird things in the windows and like do really fucked up shit until they moved, because I think that would be hilarious. So I'm working on like coming up with social situations in which I can construct jokes around, because I really think how people interact is really interesting.
Right.
Like how human beings interact with each other is always something I've been interested in. It's something I think is hilarious because it's really messy and a lot of people don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm a psychopath, so for me, it's
Just like the thing we talked about the other day, like I said, you treated me a certain way in public, and like record how.
yeah.
How
I
they
want
react.
to. We're gonna do a social experiment, and I'm gonna treat Steve like a modern day slave in public, and he's gonna like bow and do this thing, like do your bow. Yeah, he's gonna do his little bow, and I'm gonna yell at him like we're gonna go to the grocery store, and I'm gonna tell him to grab something. Then when he comes up to the line, I'm gonna slap him on the back of the head and be like, "No, that's not what you're supposed to get me, you stupid monkey." And then he's gonna bow and say, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry."
We're gonna record it and just see.
What people do, like who's gonna react. You know, like is there anybody gonna walk up to me and say, "Hey, you shouldn't treat him like that. That's wrong," or will it
Come
hurt?
up to me, like, you don't have to be treated like that.
Yeah. Are they going to do that, or are they going to be like, "That's right, that's right"?
Now,
You know, where can I get me one of
That's what I was
those?
shocked to see.
Yeah. Where can I get one of those?
You can write it out or what?
House boys. Oh, that's funny. Other than that, the only things I've really been working on is working on our 5-year plan to get out to Colorado. I definitely want to go out west. I want to start doing custom fire pits, cement, like concrete fire pits.
Yeah, it's a good
And
idea.
yeah, like I could do, anybody out there that sees this, if you want a custom fire pit, hit me up and I'll make you one for a reasonable price. I can do any shape you want.
Not like the lame circle.
No, not just circles, but I can make bowls and eggs. I can make stars, hectagons, octagons. Like I can make weird shapes. Like I'm not gonna make you a dinosaur. I might be able to make you a dinosaur fire pit. I can probably make you a turtle one for sure. Yeah, so I can make you fire pits, concrete fire pits that aren't super heavy but will hold up. And you just put them on your stand, or you put them somewhere. You fill them with whatever you want. You can get that glass stuff, those glass that you put on the bottom of fire pits. That's awesome. Fire glass, is that what it's called? Fire glass.
It looks like sea glass, but I
Yeah.
don't know if that's what it actually.
I don't know what it is there. I'm just gonna call it fire glass. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do something like that. Last week we did our episode 6 on Saturday before Memorial Day. So I hope everybody had a great Memorial Day weekend. We worked pretty much the whole weekend until Monday. We kind of did some stuff, went to a family cookout, saw some friends, that was it. Right? Because we worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, we worked all weekend. I'm enjoying my job at the restaurant, that's still going good. I haven't really, I've been transitioning more to liking cooking again. Because I've always liked to cook, and I've always thought about opening up a spot. But now I just want to do themed ice cream. So I was also thinking about doing, there's news stories every day, like celebrity shit. I was thinking about doing a ice cream of the day, but themed around whatever controversy is going on. You know what I mean? Like the Roseanne monkey pop.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just Roseanne's face, but she looks like a monkey and it's a popsicle.
That would be sweet.
That would be hilarious. Or the Trump orange sherbet hair cone. Just strands of orange sherbet laid over a really pale cone. And I don't know, there's just a lot of things going on right now. The house is coming together. The podcast is still fun. We really enjoy doing this with you guys. We're getting a lot of views. YouTube is up. We actually will be doing YouTube Live next week. So you'll see some promotion this week for that, because I do want to get into more YouTube stuff. YouTube's a really great platform. They do a lot for the community. For sure. They've done really well as far as helping creators just being able to do what they want to do. I think it's a great thing. But other than that, music and podcasts and work, that has been the life, that has been what's been going on. In the news, there's not too much else I want to talk about. I'm still waiting to find out what's going on with the Bill and Ted remake. I just watched Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
That's a sick movie.
Start to finish it.
It's a sick movie. Blade Runner 2049 is a sick movie.
Get Out was pretty sweet.
Get Out, yeah, so Steve never saw Get Out. Jordan Peele directed that movie, Get Out. He finally got to see that. It was ridiculous because
It's just ridiculous.
it was black people being abducted. Black people being abducted. Black people being abducted by a crazy white family. And that's all I have to say about that, because that bitch was eating cereal and drinking milk. Anybody here ever watch the movie Get Out? Anybody listening ever watch that movie? You notice how she's eating dry cereal and drinking milk?
That is weird. That's the best part of cereal is the milk after.
Well, she's getting it like before, I guess. Like you could take a drink of, or take a bite of your cereal and then put the milk in your mouth and like do that. I don't know. It's like when you squirt chocolate syrup in your mouth and then drink the milk.
I always thought if they sold cereal flavored milk, it might be that. Because there's something about Fruit Loops milk is super good. Good Loops milk.
I've never been a fan of Fruit Loops milk.
Snacks milk is really good.
Who likes Fruity Pebbles milk? Nobody but my half-black friend. And that's all. But before you go, I got one more thing for you, I guess. Motherfuckers, hear you go. Oh my goodness. I guess not. Yeah, it was supposed to be. There we go. I think we're going to be alright, folks. Everything that I had put together is now gone. So, no idea how to get it back. Now I do. Alright guys, this has been episode 7 of the Not So Black podcast. Thank you so much for joining us and enjoying it. We made it through some news. We made it through an incredibly racist song from Steve that he wrote 5 years ago, which I'm so happy we played because it was the most hilarious part of this podcast ever. It was fucking super worth it, and I'm glad we did it. We got to talk about some personal stuff. We got to tell a story about what we want to do and what we're working on. We got to play a little bit of music. I'm pretty happy about that, as always. I came up with a new intro. I mean, I get to do that. Having these fucking pads in front of me is so goddamn fun. Just for no reason at all during the podcast. Just pressing that button, and then pretty soon we're gonna have one that goes gay. I definitely want to record that sometime. Gay. Yeah, we're gonna put the gay in our pad for sure. I know it's offensive to gays, but that's fucking gay. You're gay. Sorry, don't be gay. I know I use it as a pejorative too much, but that's what happens. If you guys are fans of podcasts, please shout out to our inspirations, Joe Rogan Experience and Your Mom's House podcast. Your Mom's House has some new episodes up there, hilarious. And as always, please check out Kill Tony, the best live podcast in the world. This is the Not So Black podcast, the second best live podcast in the world. I'm totally okay with that moniker because they've been doing it for like 5 years. They totally deserve it. It's a platform for comedians to do what they want to do. This is just two mixed people with mixed views causing mixed feelings. It's the Not So Black podcast. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next week. That's it. I think I can stop this podcast. I think I can stop it. Nope. I don't think I can stop this live feed now. So whoever's watching this, you're watching it. Goodbye.